This is the Secret Annex, and this is Annalise Mary Frank, most commonly known as Anne Frank, and I'm going to tell you about her and her family and the reason they, among other Jewish people, suffered and why this is a revolution, reaction, reform. For Anne's 13th birthday, she received a diary of her choice, and she would write in it. She called it Kitty, and she used it to write 2 years. It was a great comfort. She told Kitty everything, how she felt, where she went, who she saw that day. After World War I, Germany was in a hard spot financially, and people being people, they looked to someone to blame. So when Hitler rose to power on January 30th, 1930, he pointed his finger at the Jewish people and started the Nazis. They rounded up Jewish people and took them to death camps, also known as concentration camps. Their hair was cut and their soap had contained cremates, and most likely their food as well. And thousands of Jewish people were killed or died due to sickness, like Anne, who died due to typhus. It got to the point where they had no more room in the camp, so they said, "Hey, let's kill the problem." So they made gas vans. So they would drive and the passengers would get gassed. So when they were done, everybody was dead. They also made showers that were gas chambers but not on wheels. So a Jewish person would be told they get a shower and be like, "Sweet, I did the thing right," to find it was their last day in the camp or on Earth. Before Hitler rose to power, Anne and her family were happy and living their best lives. Anne was in a good school and had many friends. She loved ice cream. Before Edith was a mother, she was in a family business that traded goods. Margaret was very smart and did very well in school. After Otto Frank had lived his life, his last words were, "I'm almost 90 now, and my strength is slowly fading. But the mission that Anne passed on keeps giving me new strength to fight for reconciliation and for human rights across the world." Otto Frank. In 1942, the Frank family went into hiding in the secret annex from Nazi soldiers. In the annex, Anne and her family were soon joined by the Van Pels, who were less than an ideal family. Miss Van Pel would hike up her skirt around Anne's dad, and Mr. Van Pel was rude and often critical of Anne, and their son was obnoxious but fun. Then, in 1944, the Frank family was found in the annex and arrested, then taken to concentration camps, where Anne and Margot died along with their mother. Well, we don't know much about Anne's experience in the concentration camp because she wasn't able to take her diary with her, and had she had it, probably would have been disposed of. We do have many other first-hand accounts of others' experience at the concentration camps and internment camps. Here are some quotes from those individuals. They gave us tattoos. 33076. I didn't have a name anymore, just a number. Sarah Polonsky Zukowicki. One of our friends we knew from the ghetto, Danka Zoakowitz, she ran to the barbed wires. I yelled to her, "Don't go to the barbed wires, you'll get electrocuted." She said, "What should I have to live for?" Rosalia Nowak Burke. I think I'll always remember the sound of the gate clanging behind you. You know that you are finally under. You had barbed wire around you when you were really being interned. Kyra Kond. I've never felt able to describe my emotional reactions when I first came face to face with the indisputable evidence of Nazi brutality unknown. I was young, overworked, and starving, and did not have the energy of mind to pray for the dead, especially before delivering the bodies. I had to make a stop where some Nazis removed their gold teeth. Unknown. Short-term impacts. After Anne and Margot died, Mickey's gave Otto Frank Anne's diary that he later published after removing some interesting parts and about Anne's mom and others. Now we have several accounts of Anne's diary. Long-term impacts. I swore never to be silent whenever humans human beings endured suffering and humiliation. Ellie Wise. This is a revolution because we have first-hand information on war, such as how the Jewish people and children felt and what was happening in the time, such as the unstable financial state of the world and what it was like for kids of that time. We also have Jewish rights and other laws to keep people safe. If only we had a law to always be nice to others and to never be rude. Fun and random facts. Anne Frank moved to the secret annex for 2 years to hide from Nazi soldiers. They made curtains. They were given food from meat geese who used coupons to get food and water to them. And just going to try this again. They were given food from meat geese who used coupons to get their food. After Anne died, she gave Otto Frank her diary. Anne was an extrovert. They could not visit friends or family. Anne's diary is on display and the annex. Jews are treated equally. The camps are gone. Not all people like Jews. The swastika is looked badly, even though it means eternal life. Hitler. Hitler was born in Austria on April 20th, 1889 to 1945. He was close with his mother, Clara. His dad was strict, Alice. He would have to be strong because his dad was mean. He was rejected from the art community, and that made him mad. He was homeless at one point. He was temporarily blinded. He blamed Jews for childhood misfortune and took his anger out on them. The Jewish people then that led to death. He started the Nazis and he made a book.